fired up. And I just posted.
I remember something about this.
Oh,
I just posted, bitch, you're not triggering me. I know what you're doing.
I know exactly. I forget the post, but I know what it was.
You know what I'm talking about?
I saw your comment.
Yeah, I'm like, it ain't working, bitch. You're not triggering me. Because you know him. You know what he's doing.
And we're live.
We are live.
Okay.
Look at that. All right.
Take it off.
Is everybody ready to go?
Yep.
Yep. I want to keep the fit.
That's fine.
It's the culture.
You want to try that again?
I'm gonna try one more time. One more time.
You missed a week.
I'm on meds. I'm on meds. Here we go. One more time. It's a Culture Smash cast, episode 513 for January 22nd, 2020. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of Culturesmash.tv. And how cheesy is it that I had to make a note on there so I wouldn't forget a little bit of
cheesy,
information?
but it's also in character.
It's true.
It's unbelievable.
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Tina Heimbach, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Wanna try that again?
Man, we're all messing it up.
And lover of
I
cheese
got it.
puns.
Fine. What do you mean, all of us?
True.
Well, I'm Zach Martin. I am an actual contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
I am too. As
Exactly.
soon as somebody posts my
It's
stuff.
going.
I will be.
I have two things into you.
I will
Oh,
be
okay.
as
That
soon
one
as
is
I
my
deliver
bad.
book review.
Your top 10 list should be up. I failed that. But to be fair,
Can't believe you.
I did freak out a little bit last week in preparation for the surgery. I'm not going to lie. I had a rough week last week. Thursday was
trying
this,
to catch your footing.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I mean, you barely missed a step.
It's true. No, you don't know how many steps I missed.
Stupid question.
Yes.
This is supposed to go into your...
Oh, shit. So it's fine. We're just right now until I do this.
We're just using the audio from the iPad.
From the iPad, yes. All right.
It's a good thing I noticed that. I'm like, this is
No.
All right, you know what? Just in case we need it, better audio, I'm going to do the intro one more time.
So you don't mess it up.
So I don't mess it up. Yeah. Just in case we need it. So if you're watching this, just suffer through it. We're going to do the intro one more time. No, we're good. It's a Culture Smash cast, episode 513 for January 22nd, 2020. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of Culturesmash.tv.
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Tina Heimbach, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Zach Martin, an actual contributor, once again, and I, crying little child.
God, I hope
To Culturesmash.tv.
I really hope the other intro sounds fine because it was so much better. But yeah,
We were prepared.
We were
ready.
now.
Yeah, we got options. Yeah.
Slice it together.
But yeah, to be fair, I got Zach's top 10 posted. If you want to see Zach's top 10 for last year, you can see that now. I had yours in the queue to be posted. And then for some reason, Tuesday, 2 days before my surgery, I just kind of freaked out about it and didn't do anything because I realized what the hell I had done to myself.
Then you canceled Wednesday night.
Well, yeah, I was trying not to, but there was so much preparation that needed to be done for that surgery Thursday
You could just
morning.
say you're nervous. It was fine.
Oh, listen, I just said. But yeah, I had a fast and all this other
You're
crap.
gonna be grumpy.
And we also had to get the house ready for me to not be able to walk for a week. And
Okay, yeah.
you know,
That's true.
Yeah, like
Okay.
we even moved everything that I need to the front row of the media room so I could, because if I can get in here for most of the week, I couldn't go up the steps. So I had to watch everything streaming, which you know what that does to me.
Oh.
Not being able to put a Blu-ray into the Blu-ray player was really upsetting for me.
You should have just made Zach come over and manage your media.
Right?
Yeah.
I would have had to because no one else in this house knows how to do it. No
How
one.
hard is it? You literally take the disc and you just slip it in the slot and it does it itself.
Schlub it in the slot.
It's slot.
But I'm telling you, when I'm not here and people want to use this media room, I have to be on the phone to walk them
It
through
is
it.
literally.
You should have a sign to not
turn
use
on
this
the
room.
thing
Right?
And shove the disc in. If there's a disc in there, you hit the small button.
Yeah,
not
it's
the
true.
big one, the small one.
Right.
This is not difficult.
It's not, but it's intimidating for some people. Oh, so anyway, what do you think the first thing I did when I got home post-surgery? What do you think the first thing I did?
Have a cigarette.
Masturbate.
No, that took me a few days.
Probably neither of
Masturbate,
those.
That
then
took a few
have
days.
cigarette.
No, the first thing I did is fell. Like legit fell in the bathroom.
Did you say-
Like an old person. I was like, oh
Please
shit.
Tell me you say, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh no, because I got back up.
Okay.
And it was only because I was actually a little scared of what I might have done. Because I got home and my entire leg was numb because they put like this nerve blocker. So I had no feeling. But when I was going down, I didn't want to mess the surgery up. So as I'm going down, I twist my body and land on my knee to try to protect
Oh,
the
boy.
surgery. But since it was numb, I didn't know until the next day
How bad?
what I had possibly done to my knee. I could have fractured it or anything and not known. Because, like, when I'm telling you numb, it was gone. Like I didn't have a limb.
It's like when you get drunk and you know, everything's number, and then later you go, ow, I'm slapping my hands way too hard.
Or you wake up the next morning with bruises and cuts that you didn't realize that you did.
Yep.
Or you get drunk enough to where you and your friend wonder what it's like to actually punch each other in the face.
I have not been there. I have not been there.
I've never been blackout. I've never been get angry.
No.
There was no anger involved.
No.
They were both like, we've both never gotten into a fight. I wonder what it's like to one.
And who was this?
Me and John.
Okay, first
You
off,
and-
this
Yeah.
is how Fight Club starts.
It is.
Literally,
This is how Fight Club starts.
Well, it never continued after that because if it did, I couldn't talk
I
about it.
want you to hit me as hard as you can.
All right, so we know what I've been up to this last week. What have you guys been doing?
Reading.
You're reading. You're doing the.
I'm doing a
What's the
Pop
challenge?
Sugar reading challenge.
How many books?
Right now
50.
it's 50. But I've also decided I'm going to go crazy and start my own book club. So now we're doing one book a month. So
But you can't include that one book a month in
I
your
can.
50?
I can.
Yeah, I would do that.
If the rest of my book club agrees to read that book, I'm not going to force them to read.
Well, but you're at a book club. You
Yeah.
guys are reading something. Now.
Yeah.
So whatever you read, you could count
all
toward the
my prompts
50.
are full, and I want to read the books that I have for my prompts.
Oh, that's it. I see. Now you just get stubborn.
But I mean, my Pop Sugar challenge, I had it set to where it's like 3, 4, 5 books a month set aside. That way I can go through them at a decent pace. I'm already done with February, and I'm into March. So I think I can make a little wiggle.
All right. Well, that sounds like you're doing good. I'm still committed to the Pushing 100 film challenge, even though
You're behind.
I'm behind, and I'm going to be 2 more weeks behind probably before I really can get back into it.
Yeah.
I need to get, because my next doctor appointment is the 30th, and at that point then I get a covered boot, like a full boot, so then I can go out. So I'm going to pay for it. Yeah, I'm going to
There's
have
gonna
to.
be some day you're like, I gotta see 5 movies and 3 of them are gonna be bad.
Well, I already know. I'm going to see that Mercy movie, and it looks like you pretty much know the entire movie in the trailer.
I mean,
Just Mercy.
Yeah, Just Mercy. And
then
then I know I'm going to see that Like a Boss movie.
oh,
It's going to be terrible. But it has
if it's still in theaters.
It counts.
yeah, and
It counts.
and you start to look for what's something redeeming about everything you're going to see. And the only thing I can say about that movie is Selma Hayek and Low Cut.
I mean, it looks to be in focus.
Yeah, and that cleavage is
Some
in focus.
movies aren't.
That's you're
I
right.
have seen some movies. You're like, that whole scene was not in focus.
So speaking of, this is really funny. Nathan and I went and saw Underwater.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst movie I've seen in the last, I don't know, handful of years. It's bad.
Oh,
And
that's because he hasn't watched The Dead Don't Die.
maybe.
So, quick side note.
But-
KJ's party was over the weekend, and we were in Aubrey Mills, and she's like, maybe we go see a movie. What's this Underwater? I had to carefully talk her out of that because of what you're about to say.
I mean, it's like I'm seeing some positive reviews of it though, and I don't understand it. It's bad, but outside of that, the opening scene of the movie is out of focus, and this is like a very, like this was a multi-million-dollar budgeted film, and Nathan and I are watching it, and I'm sitting there, my jaw drops because I'm like, really? Even my blind ass can see this is out of focus, and at that point, Nathan elbows me and says, "This is what Zach was talking about."
It's a real thing.
It is a
you
thing.
Don't appreciate it until it's gone, and then you go, "Oh Lord."
Did Nathan just say Zach was right about
He
something?
did. I said,
wow.
"Don't you say it to him." I didn't let him say it to you when you guys saw him.
I mean,
I wanted to withhold that pleasure from you.
because I mean, even in a movie I like Police Story, that courtroom scene is 90+% out of focus. It's just not in focus.
The best movie to watch for that, though, we saw it in the theater.
Room.
No,
There's
not The
shots.
Room. Not The Room. The best one was
Blackula.
Blackula.
So many shots. Just, that's not in focus.
And the
not
way
focused.
that movie's edited is so much fun. You could do a drinking game to it because the cover shot, the medium shot with everybody in the scene is in focus. Cut to a close up, out of focus. Cut back to that same medium shot, back in focus. Cut to a close up, back out of focus again. It was like bam, 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 back and forth, back and forth. We were just laughing our butts off. It was fun to watch that in the theater.
Speaking of focus and going back and forth between shots. Have you guys seen the Tyler Perry Wiggate?
No, I've heard about this.
So it's his new one where they're talking to a woman. It goes to a shot of her.
It's like an interrogation or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And her hair's like about this. It's disheveled. It's an awful wig, you can tell. But it's like, okay, well, whatever. So it's out to here. They shoot to the one woman. They shoot right back to her. It's out to here. And then they go back to the one woman. They go back to her again. It's back to. And it's like, what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
It's
Yeah, it's
this
obviously
is-
did they like
this
film
is
this multiple times and change the
painful.
wig out or something?
Like this wig
That's awesome.
looks like they spent $20 and then put it in the dryer.
So,
Oh my god.
a lot of people, don't think of this kind of stuff because they're not
Are you watching it?
but they're not filmmakers.
Saw a
But
picture of it.
for filmmakers, one of the worst things that you have to deal with is women with long hair. It is the biggest challenge for
Continuity is
continuity,
a pain.
especially women who act and just sort of talk with their
That's why
hair.
you went all bald, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever on screen, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But like you'll have an actress, and I've had this issue a bunch of times. Catherine, who used to be on the show, Catherine Holder, used to be bad about it. Duggar.
Excuse me?
Catherine, hey, it's hyphenated. Catherine Holder Duggar.
Yeah, but you didn't finish the hyphen.
Well, I'm talking about from when she was an actress for me. She used to, when we first started, she would act a lot with her hair. She would do a scene and then just rake her hair, and I'm like, oh my god, it's different now. So every time you would cut, the hair's a little bit different. I just thought to myself, maybe that's why they had Rey in the Star Wars movies with her hair pulled back in a bun the whole time. Then you don't have to
it
worry
makes
about
it simpler.
it. It does.
It does.
Yeah. So you don't have to think about it. So that's hilarious. I have to go look at that after the show. But what we're here to do,
Yep.
Yes.
what we have come together for on this episode.
It's time for Hollywood.
Oh, is that
to give trophies to itself again.
okay? So that
was
does
good.
bring
That
that
was
does
good.
bring a point though.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people are.
It's the Oscars, by the way.
Yeah, it's the Oscars. We're talking about the Oscars. A lot of people are complaining online
I
about
love
this.
their taco shop.
Their taco shop.
Oscar's Taco Shop.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
local
I haven't
thing.
seen it
The
yet.
Academy Awards, that's what we're talking
Yeah, the Academy Awards. People complain about this or about that, about the Oscars. It's constant back and forth about, what movies should qualify, what movies shouldn't qualify, and all this stuff. And my favorite thing to say is to remind people it's a trade show and industry event that you were allowed to watch. So if you are not part of that industry, you need to shut up. It's their thing. It's their thing. Too much is happening right now that influences it because of views, because of audience, Like we get weird awards that make no sense. We had what was the award that we almost got, like pop film or something?
Pop culture.
Pop culture film.
God.
And that stuff
And they tried to take out cinematography last year.
Yeah, and it's become too the awards have become too reliant to me on who's watching it, rather than it just being in the industry event that it always was. But yeah, people forget that this is pretty much an industry event that's become a TV special to me.
Yeah.
But what we are going to do.
Before we go into that,
Yes.
do we have any snubs we would like to talk about?
I figure we'll go through my categories.
Yeah, you want to
Before
just
we
save them for the
do
categories?
any of
Yeah.
This, we have the results of the
Film Ball.
Q4 Film Ball.
The final film ball game of 2019. The
Yes.
game is over now. All the
The
movies have had
final
their 4
film
weeks.
ball game of the 2010s.
That's right.
Yes.
It has finished.
So, ending out in last place.
You ready for it, Zach? You ready?
It's not me.
It's me.
Thank God.
It's me.
He said it's me.
54 million.
That's you?
Yep.
Oh, man.
But Zach came in at number 6.
Spike
142.3 million.
Is that to be proud of, sir?
Not last place.
We're spiking a bit.
We were spiking a bit last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
No,
It's
it comes out.
Face is spiking.
But
Yeah.
apparently it comes out fine. So.
It
Yeah.
does. Yeah, it's
so
weird.
number 5 is Nico with 298.7 million.
Yeah, not last place.
Sarah.
And beating Zach.
Yep. Sarah is number 4 with 318.8 million. Hector is number 3 with $557 million. Nathan came in at number 2 with $564.3 million. So that was actually pretty close.
It was close.
And then Steven came in with $733 million.
Yeah, baby.
That was not close.
That was not close. And everybody, well, not everybody, Hector and Nathan were so sure that Star Wars wasn't going to get me in the game. Proven wrong.
I mean,
So, I
yeah,
have,
it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
Another list that I want to call out. Biggest return on investments and worst return on investments.
Yeah, let's hear that. That should be
Do you
good.
want to start with the best or worst?
Let's go with worse.
Worst,
Okay.
yeah.
Worst. Number 5 was Cats. It brought Nathan $761,000 for every dollar he spent on it. Next up at number 4 is Playmobil. It brought Zach $361,000 for every dollar he spent.
How you feeling, Zach?
You ain't got no room to talk, Steven, Mr. Goldfinch at number 3,
Hey, but Goldfinch I didn't even fight for.
which was $229,000 for every dollar he spent. I can't talk because I had Jaxie at number 2, which was $211,000. But Nathan beat all of us with Arctic Dog, which earned him $160,000 for every dollar.
Wow. And such an unimportant movie in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah.
But per dollar spent is Best Buy.
Now, for the biggest return on investments,
Yeah.
Hector got Joker with $9.5 million basically for every dollar he spent.
That's crazy.
Nathan came in at number 4 with Frozen 2 at $9.5 million. Their difference was about $50,000.
That's close.
Yeah.
That's sort of their game.
Surprisingly, Sarah came in at number 3 with Little Women, which earned her $9.8 million for every dollar she spent.
That had to have been a low buy.
Yeah, it was a low buy.
Yeah, that was a very low buy. Hector came in again with Queen and Slim, which was his highest return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
That one, for every dollar he spent, $11.5 million.
Oh, wow.
And then you came in with Star Wars number 1, $16.1 million.
Star Wars was the best buy of the movie.
Winning.
Yeah.
And that Star Wars, that was a wild card buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my game
You
would.
spent $30 on it, no clue what you were going to get. You pulled out Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have numbers for
The new game?
current block, but I am positive Doolittle is going to be one of the worst.
It's
returns on
I mean,
gotta
they have
be.
some numbers.
What do you
but-
have for the new
Yeah.
game, the 2020 game?
Let me get that real quick.
Yeah, because you sent it to me.
Zach's
Just,
Yeah, I sent you
Zach's
some.
gonna win this game. I know it.
So, as
Zach
of
might
right
win.
now, there's only 4 people who have numbers. Nico, you are number 1 right now with 51.8.
I mean, I'll take what I can get.
yeah.
So, Hector has number 2 spot with $26.2 million. Steven, you're number 3 with 19.1. Nathan's number 4 with 9.2. And then me, Sarah, Zach, and Hector Jr. all have big,
No movies yet.
2.6.
Yeah, because you have no movies out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 1917 has been getting Nico some money. So.
Yeah.
My grandma. Isn't that sweet?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
cool.
now-
So now we're on to the main event.
business.
Yes.
Oh, the other side of it is, Zach, if you do
Snubs.
win this film ball game, I'll be interested to see after he takes the trophy if it comes back with another.
You know, I
other-
should just buy another trophy that looks exactly like that.
Tina picked another trophy.
Smash
I
it.
did,
Yeah.
and it looked
Tina-
good.
No,
Tina picked a
buy
nice
one
looking
just
trophy.
like that. Smash it, and then send you all a picture going, oh crap, guys, oh god.
To which case we'd be like, well, we've already put in the order for the new trophy.
No,
Yeah.
at which point we'll be like, here's the Amazon link for the new show.
For the new trophy,
Buy it.
exactly. All right, so what we're here to do is to play our annual Academy Award. I'm going to Academy Award instead of Oscar because someone thinks about the taco shop.
Excellent.
Does
Yeah.
anyone want to make it interesting? Put $5 in it.
No.
Join?
I'm not giving you any of my monies.
Nope.
I offer this every year.
Yeah, and we all say no.
And we say no every
I
year.
have a wedding to pay for, sir. I need all the
$5.
pennies and
I have a
dimes
foot
I
surgery to recover
I'm
from.
tempted to just put $5 in a jar and be like, the winner gets $5.
I mean, you and Mike have had bets before that took years for you guys to. So I mean, what's the
need.
point?
Settle
Yeah, I
up,
paid my debts though.
Anyway, on to what we're doing. This is our annual Academy Awards game where we take the
You
nominations.
can say Oscars. I will
Can I?
say the taco shop.
Thank you. So we take the list of nominees. We each pick the one that we think is going to actually get the nomination, and we'll tally the scores and see who wins. I think if we look back in our history, I mean, I don't have this for a fact, but I feel like Alan Smith has probably won the most games.
Yeah.
Alan's
And-
really good at guessing.
And then Nico and I have had the most ties because we've tied at least twice that I can remember. So
And the Oscars are coming up pretty quickly. They're February 9th.
yeah,
So
it's
we're gonna
almost
know in a
here.
couple weeks, yeah.
Exactly. So let's just dive into this. I'll go down the list. If Zach, you have Nathan's info, like his picks, so we can add his to the list, and then we'll discuss each movie and make our choices.
So we go in order. We go in kind of backwards order from the top billing. So we're going to start with visual effects.
Visual effects. So here are the nominees for visual effects: Avengers: Endgame, The Irishman, 1917, The Lion King, and Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
1917 for best visual effects.
I go in game. It's the
I'm
only,
also going.
it's the
Endgame.
only thing in game's nominated for,
And it's the last.
Yeah, see, it's crazy to me that Endgame is so heavily snubbed.
yeah, that is one snub that I think is kind of ridiculous.
That might be my favorite snub because there's so many good things in this movie, not just the movie overall, but there's a lot of really good acting in this
Yeah.
movie too.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Nico,
going Endgame.
Nico, and Tina are both going in game. I'm just looking at it. I just feel like
It's their best chance to give it something, especially with the achievement that in-game was. But
Mm-hmm.
you could also have the backlash of how much of Hollywood does not like the superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
You could have the Scorseses in the bunch. It's like, nope, this is a superhero comic book movie.
But for me, the visual effects in The Irishman are terrible. I mean, some of the de-aging is kind of good, but also some of it's not.
But the technology, think of the technology, and that's why I'm going with the Irishman.
You're going The Irishman.
Because it's a horrible pick personally,
Mm-hmm.
but I know some people are going to be like, they invented technology to de-age, and it's better at de-aging than we've ever seen before. And I still go, he looks 60 when he's 25.
yeah. And they didn't do the hands.
You mean he looks 25 when he's
No,
60?
he looks 60 when he's 80.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be 25. In the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But his hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying it is not my pick for best visual effects. I'm saying
This is flat out you trying to win.
Yeah.
would do that. I don't like any of these really. I mean, Lion King. I don't think 1917 should have been nominated.
I really wish that the Academy Awards did the had the balls that the Golden Globes did and put Lion King in animated feature.
I mean, it's all anime except for one shot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that movie's garbage. So.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't think it was going to win the Golden Globe for it, but I love that it was in Best Animated Feature because that's not what Disney would have wanted.
So, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be different. I feel like I want to be
Go for
different
it.
than you guys.
Be different.
I'm going to...
Say 1917.
No, I'm not going to say 1917. I'm going to say The Lion King.
That shot where he jumps off the bridge and it follows him into the water is so bad.
So, what did Nathan pick?
Nathan for best visual effects, Avengers Endgame.
Nathan went Avengers also.
Okay.
All right, so that's our picks for best visual effects. The check mark has been laid. There's no going back.
All right. Now, costume design.
Now we're talking about costume design. This one's interesting. So we have The Irishman, we have Jojo Rabbit, we have Joker, we have Little Women, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So there's a lot of good costuming in this list, though.
Little Women.
Little Women. I didn't like it, but I mean those costumes. And
You-
everything looked
It's the period
really
piece,
good.
and they're really good.
Once Upon a Time.
The
could
costuming
be-
is really good, and
Yeah,
Once Upon a
that's the
Time
only
also.
thing- that's the only other one I'm going. Ooh, but that one too.
Is it bad I want to say Jojo Rabbit just because of that one last costume that the...
No, it's not
No,
bad.
I think that's fair. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. that's Sam Rockwell costume.
Don't spoil it.
So what did Nathan say?
So Nathan for costume design went with
Interesting.
Nathan. Why couldn't you just list the movie instead of the person?
Oh, crap. You put the person's name?
Put the person.
All right, so Zach, you're sticking with the Little Women?
Yeah, it's my lock of the week.
So I actually think I'm going to go with Little Women also.
All right, I'm again Little Women.
You're going Little Women also?
Tina, are you going JoJo?
I'm going JoJo.
Passion play. I like it.
Nathan's going with Once Upon a Time.
Oh, all right. I mean, it's a fair choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my number 2 probably for what the Academy would pick.
Okay.
All right. Next up, makeup.
Makeup effects. The nominees are Bombshell, Joker, Judy, and Maleficent, and 1917.
I don't think 1917.
This one is kind of a tough one.
I'm gonna say Judy.
I hear
because they did a lot of like makeup to have her look like Judy Garland.
I agree. And when you start talking about everybody's leaning into Joker, but how much makeup is really in Joker other than his clown face?
Yeah.
Also, that's an extra D in Judy.
Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Judy too. I'll match that one.
All right.
I'm going to go with.
It's a tough one. You could see them throw the bone to Maleficent even.
No, I don't think.
But I don't.
But it's extravagant.
I don't really understand why Bombshell is in this list unless you're just counting lipstick. I mean, I've seen the movie. Everybody looks pretty. Nicole Kidman. There's
Nicole Kidman has some,
that,
but also John Lithgow from Roger Ailes.
That's right.
And this is not only makeup, but hairstyling as well.
It is hairstyling also. And if you remember,
Suicide Squad won this category.
Didn't Vice?
Star Trek.
Didn't Vice win this category?
Yes.
I think it did because it had was it Christian Bale?
It was Christian Bale.
Yeah, and it was the same kind of makeup.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this now,
Bombshell could work.
Bombshell could do it.
I'm not. Yeah, I think Bombshell is fine in this category. I'm still sticking with Judy.
Yeah.
Wow. Nathan went with.
I'm trying to find it on here.
I think.
Sort that.
Did he? I don't think he.
Because you only have the names
I don't
on
think
one.
he
Yes.
did it.
So I just want that one.
Looks like he forgot.
Nathan forgot. Okay.
So somebody texted real quick or something.
Nope. He just
misses it.
It's a pass.
Or he can take a pick that we pick for him.
Nah, we'll just pass him.
I'm
not going to help him win.
right. I think I'm going to be with you guys. I'm going to go with Judy on this one.
Okay.
I will be different and say Bombshell.
All right.
Look at you.
I don't think it'll win, but on the off chance that
And Nathan doesn't get a pick on this one.
Yep.
And again, I'm marking these, so if I realize at the end you forgot one, but I don't see it on here.
I mean, we can always go back if
Yeah.
you do realize you forgot one.
I really don't see it on here, but okay.
And I mean, he has until the Oscars to text it in.
He could.
So.
Yeah, he can. If we remember, I'll ask him. All right. So now we're moving on to original song. So you may want to pull these up. I don't have the titles. I will tell you the movies, and you can tell me what the songs are if you have them.
I will say we listened to these before the show.
We listened to every single one of these.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great year.
It's not a great year. So the movies are Toy Story 4, Rocket Man, Breakthrough, which I don't know anything about.
I can't let you throw yourself away from Toy Story 4. I'm gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man.
Right.
I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, and Stand Up from Harriet.
So we hated all the music.
Yeah.
So there's no passion play involved in this. This is gamesmanship right here.
I hate it, which means I was fine with it. I wouldn't have said it's great and astounding and award winning.
Rocket Man.
I was going to say Rocket Man for me is the one that I was less cringy.
I didn't cringe at it. I just was whelmed. I was not like super impressed, but it's like, you know what? This is an okay song.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's the best of the bunch.
If they had Panic at the Disco version of Into the Unknown, because that was better than the original one, I'd say that one, but I also believe Rocket Man.
Yep. So is that what you guys are choosing?
I think so.
Nico, what do you think?
Yep.
All right.
Zach?
Well, Nathan.
I'm also going Rocket Man.
I am actually going to go Harriet.
All right.
I mean,
if only we're actually Rocket Man.
Oscar-y. Think old people, they want to, they want to be hip.
Old people are Elton John fans.
True.
Except they put their lot in with Queen, and they're not going to make the same mistake again.
What about Nathan? What did he choose?
Yeah, Nathan chose I'm Gonna Love Me Again, so he went with Rocket Man as well.
He went with it also. All right.
We'll see.
Nope, you're on costume design. You put
We'll
it under.
see.
Oh, I put it under.
Sir.
Yeah. So he went with us. And I think that's the wise choice. All right, so...
I went with Harriet because I'm going to regret this decision in 2 weeks.
So now we're down to original score. So the films are Joker, Little Women, A Marriage Story, which I still have yet to see.
Whoa! That got nominated?
Mm-hmm.
That was an awful score.
1917 and Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Wow.
Star Wars Rise of
The Dead
Skywalker.
Don't Die doesn't get nominated?
No, wow.
What's that?
The Dead Don't Die.
The Dead Don't Die?
It did
The best movie of 2019?
Number one, Star Wars is literally just the themes from the previous 6 films.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
those are
probably
good.
why I'm going to pick it.
Yes.
1917 was literally... It was bombastic. It was inappropriately used. It was a good score, but it was just so badly used. Marriage Story does not need to be on this list. Little Women was... I don't even remember.
It was unremarkable. I felt like Little Women.
I'm going to go Joker.
Joker?
I am going to go Joker. Because I definitely remember that.
Okay. So
that
Zach
show.
is going
What
Joker.
did Nathan go with?
Nathan with best... Oh my gosh.
Original score. What are you feeling, Tina?
Sick.
Yeah.
For me, it's a toss-up between Joker and Star Wars.
I'm not tossing it. It's Star Wars. You can put me down for Star
You're
Wars.
Star Wars? All right.
Well, Nathan, he, again,
This is
another one.
This is John Williams' last Star Wars movie.
No, there it is.
Definitive.
Original score, Joker. He's going.
Joker? All right.
I'm
So
gonna
he
go with Neil
I
on
don't
this
care
one.
because
Star
it was
Wars.
literally
I'm also
him on
going with-
autopilot.
You don't care.
Yeah.
It was literally him on autopilot.
I know, but you
He was
don't
nominated
care.
for The Last Jedi. Did he win
The
that?
Academy
He was
will
nominated
care.
For the other one.
The Academy.
Did he win that?
Let's face it. The Academy is not above awarding people for projects
that
that,
were-
aren't the movie that they're being awarded for.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but how many?
they
Oscars?
continue to give Martin Scorsese awards because they regret never giving him one for Goodfellas.
When did they give him another Oscar?
Didn't he win something for Casino
No.
No.
or The Departed?
It was The
Yes.
Departed.
The Departed, which is not that good.
Okay, well, what else has he done?
Shutter Island.
And they didn't award him for that.
All right, moving on.
He didn't win anything for Hugo. He didn't win anything
That one
for...
wasn't-
I liked Hugo.
Hugo
He
was.
didn't win anything
I was
for
gonna say,
Silence.
I liked it too.
I liked Silence, but...
No one else liked Silence though.
Yeah,
Alright.
no.
All right, so
Now we're at sound mixing.
now we're at sound mixing. I saw Zach and I were participating in a discussion about
Yeah,
sound
that was a good
mixing.
discussion.
No, actually, no. We skipped one. Production design.
Production design. All right, yeah. So for production design, we have The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I know my passion choice for production design. So production design has to do with location and props, sometimes vehicles,
This
anything
is
that
easy.
creates the
Yeah,
location.
This is easy.
I know which one I'm going for this one.
Why is it easy? What are you going with?
Because it's Once Upon a Time in
It's
Hollywood.
Once Upon a
Yeah.
Time.
I mean, that's my passion choice.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going
because they
with.
put a lot of work
Yeah.
into making it look like the 70s.
Is everybody going that way?
They changed
Yeah.
the storefronts.
Feels like...
What was Nathan's?
Nathan's is Once Upon a Time.
So I guess we're all going Once Upon a Time?
Okay.
All
I
right.
mean, if anybody else wants to go with, like, The Irishman.
No.
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 No,
Because
my
that felt like
the
standard.
closest one after that would have been Parasite.
The Irishman looked like TV to me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Parasite would be my number 2.
So now we're at. So we all went Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
So that is my favorite thing about owning the Blu-ray of this is to watch all the behind the scenes stuff about how much detail they went to, like in the storefronts, every magazine that they were specifically picked with hidden meaning to it. I just love all that stuff. All right, so now we're on to sound mixing. Sound mix. Zach, why don't
Sound
you?
mix is simple. It is literally the way Stevens Theater is. It's in Dolby Atmos. So basically, where you put what effects where and the overall stage.
Can
of
you hear the
sound.
dialogue over the score and sound
Exactly.
effects?
What are your effects going around? Editing is more of.
Does the sound of them walking on sand sound like sand or gravel? Or
Yeah.
No,
That would be Foley.
That would be
That's a
Foley.
mix.
Mixing is all about, like, prime example is Blade Runner. You know, could you close your eyes and fully be enveloped in that world? It's one of the best sound mixes I've ever seen. But that's all about what sound mixing is. It's all about this sound goes from this speaker to this speaker to this speaker. How natural is a transition? It's kind of like if you imagine a helicopter flying all over you.
Can we hire somebody to sound mix to where Zach just has a mute button sometimes?
That would be
a
great.
bad mix.
That would
though.
be well, not for everybody.
That would be a horrible mix.
For some of us, it wouldn't be so bad.
That would have been my Oscar pick.
So the next
I'm
one
teasing Zach.
after that will be sound editing. Now, sound editing has to do with more like it's like film
Is that
editing.
what I
It's the
was-
cuts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the cuts between sounds. If you ever notice sound editing, it's probably bad.
It's bad. It should be fluid. You shouldn't even notice the cuts.
Yeah, and there have been times where me and Steven have been in a theater and been like, that was some bad editing.
Yeah. Or, and a lot of times what you have with sound editing is levels.
Clipping.
Yeah, like all of a sudden it's loud, 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 cut to quiet, 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 loud, quiet, back and forth, and it's just it should be.
I hate that because
Yeah, it should be balanced in the cut.
because if a movie's too quiet, I have to turn it up so I can hear it, and then all of a sudden it gets loud and poof, there goes all my speakers.
Yeah.
Two things about that. I've only noticed that on streaming, and I've only noticed that on basically people that don't have like a 5.1 or more size.
I've noticed that on some older Blu-rays. Not nowadays. I mean, they've gotten better, but I have noticed it on some older Blu-rays too.
All right, so
So
we're mixing.
for the sound mix, we have Ad Astra,
A Dolby Atmos mix.
Ford versus Ferrari,
A Dolby Atmos mix.
Joker,
A Dolby Atmos mix.
1917,
Oh, look, another Dolby Atmos mix.
and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Holy crap, all Dolby Atmos. What are the odds?
So I know pretty much all of these, the mixes to my remembrance were pretty good. I mean, these are good choices.
Again, these are Dolby Atmos, so considering those height effects,
I mean, if I'm
how are
picking
those utilized?
my favorite mix,
I'm gonna say Ford versus Ferrari because those car sounds alone.
Yeah, but how were they placed around the theater? How was the dialogue mixed in? With
it was
the
good.
sounds?
It was
I
good.
felt like I was at the races.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in.
It was good.
Okay, let me ask
Watching
you another
the
question.
races.
What is the loudest movie in this list?
The loudest
Yeah, what
movie?
is the loudest?
1917.
Okay, there's my pick. And I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, Zach's playing gamesmanship now.
Because Oscar voters don't know mixing. They go, what's the loudest? And they select that.
I mean, if you want to know what I think of these,
Because
is the best.
Bohemian Rhapsody, sorry.
All right.
Throw that. Bohemian Rhapsody had the same.
So what? If I'm saying which one I think has the best mix, I'm gonna say it's Ad Astra. I think Ad Astra has the best mix of any
I
of
wouldn't
these.
be able to give my opinion on Ad Astra because that's the only one I haven't seen from that list.
So here's the thing about Ad Astra, though, is I'm trying to decide if I want to pick it, because the thing is Ad Astra has a great mix in the same kind of way as Gravity had a great mix. It's a lot of quiet.
No, Gravity was extremely dynamic.
But I mean,
Placement of sound.
yeah, but what I mean is it wasn't constant. It wasn't a constant barrage. It's okay to have almost nothing happening.
Well, what I mean by that is, like, George Clooney's voice is literally spinning and around the theater, going from speaker to speaker, and it's perfectly, transition.
Yeah.
It's an incredible mix.
And you add to that some time where Sandra Bullock is floating through the ship by herself and you hear nothing.
She's spinning, and the audio mix is spinning, and that was so good.
I'm gonna stick with Ford versus Ferrari.
It's a tough one.
I'm going to go with Ford versus Ferrari too. I think the car sounds are gonna get people.
Once Upon a Time would probably be my last pick.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time was fine, but it's not special.
Like for Ford versus Ferrari, just the Doppler effect that they have, like that quick, like I said, I felt like I was at the races.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm picking that one.
and I'm just sitting here trying to think back to my experience with like 1917 and the Joker. I don't find the Joker to be that special
No,
mix
I don't think
wise.
so either.
No. It would be if he's in like a subway tunnel and you hear those kind of, you could definitely tell there's an atmosphere, but nothing crazy like dynamic like they're really.
Yeah.
It's killing me because the one I absolutely believe is the best mixed of all of these is Ad Astra. I just don't know if it's going to get the votes.
Then pick it.
I don't like to pick passion votes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you have to
Steven.
pick your audience.
You have to pick something.
Yeah, I'm picking 1917.
All right.
What about Nathan?
Nathan went with also 1917.
Okay. All right.
Now we're at sound editing.
Sound editing, which we went through. Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. It's,
Star Wars. It's just funny. So Ad Astra did not have good enough sound editing, I guess.
right. So you're going Star Wars? Is it like
Hell no, I'm not
that-
going Star Wars.
the check mark is about to go?
No.
I'm gonna go 1917.
I'm going to also go 1917.
Same.
All right. What did Nathan pick?
I would love to know.
So we're all going 1917. I'm just going to stick with it since I committed to it.
Because
It's
Nathan, you're blowing it.
You didn't pick?
No, you didn't pick.
All right.
so Nico, Tina, me, and Zach are
1970.
going 1917. All right, that was easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're to film editing. Film editing is the way a film is assembled. Again, it's one of those things. If you notice editing, it's probably not good.
If you do notice it and it is good, it's usually exceptional.
There's something special about the way it
Mad
was.
Max Fury Road.
No, I
I
think
was just sitting there
people.
going, "Oh my
Yeah, but
God."
that's what we do. I think people outside of it don't catch it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for us to decide. Like, I think most people are not feeling the cuts. In 1917,
Well, yeah.
I felt every single
A
cut.
recent bad example of editing that I saw was Six Underground. There's this opening scene.
Yeah,
where
it's bad.
He you can tell Mayday, Mayday, and then they cut to an exterior of a plane, and then they cut back and he's already ejected and in midair, skydiving down.
Was that the video you showed us?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like, holy crap, that's awful.
That was one of the most insulting things about. Was it last year when Bohemian Rhapsody was nominated for
Oh my
editing?
God.
Did it win? I don't remember.
It won.
And there's a sequence in that movie that
It's like
is-
70 cuts in a minute?
yeah, and it's just a table conversation with four people,
You
and
need
it's like
wides and a couple 3 shots, and oh my god, it was
It
awful. It is
was-
parodied and memed at
Yeah.
this point. It is so.
So
bad.
anyway, we're talking about cuts and how the film is cut. For film editing, we're looking at Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite. So the other thing for me that's important with film editing is, but people don't consider it, is length of the movie, which is why I'm not picking The Irishman. I don't give a crap.
Well, that's all about. Yeah, it's all about. If you are a confident, good editor, you need to tell your director, "This is too long."
Cut the movie. Cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but of this list, it's not that, other than The Irishman, I think any of these are particularly badly edited. I just can't think of one that stood out to me as like, oh my god, it's so.
I have one that stood out to me.
Which one?
Parasite.
yeah.
I mean, I think Parasite's a great movie, but the editing.
Think about that sequence, that Mission Impossible sequence.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Is there any bad edits that you can think of?
No, there's not
How
any
about
bad.
the sequence where they're hiding under the table, or the sequence where she has to kick her down the stairwell, and you're able to follow everything, and it cuts beautifully.
No, I agree. There's not a bad edit in the movie. I just don't feel like it's one of those standout edited films. Like
Do any of
everybody.
these films stand out in terms
Well,
of good editing?
That's my problem.
Yeah.
Is they're fine.
There's no Mad Max.
What are
Fury
they
Road.
again?
There's no Whiplash.
So
it is-
Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite.
I think I'm going with Parasite. I'm going to go with Parasite.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with Parasite just because I think it's a popular film that people want to going to give awards to. I don't necessarily think it is not one that people will be studying
Wait,
later.
hold on. Which has the most cuts?
I don't know.
Is it-
Probably not Parasite.
No, not Parasite. I'm going
'cause
Parasite
usually
also.
They go like with the most cuts.
What did Nathan go with?
You know what? I'd love to know what.
Are you?
Nathan would go
There's
with.
a huge list there.
There's a huge list here.
Well, all right. So what are you going with?
I mean, it's not on here, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
No,
What
what
do
are you going with?
Oh God, my heart says Parasite, but my what was the other two? My brain.
JoJo,
Joker,
Joker, Irishman, and Ford
brain
versus Ferrari.
also says Ford v Ferrari, but I'm gonna go Parasite. Screw it.
do it.
It's because my heart says joint editor. It's good. You picked a good one. You don't pick the one with the most edits because that's one that usually wins.
I know. All right, so now we're talking about Best International Film, which isn't this changed? Wasn't it? The award used to be called just Best Foreign Film,
Yes, it used to be called Best Foreign.
but now it's Best International Film.
Yeah,
Have you read why they did that? Because I haven't heard.
I haven't heard.
I didn't know this was a thing. Not that I care; it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just weird.
So here comes. The
Here we go.
controversy.
Corpus Christi, Honeyland. Honeyland, I've heard of, haven't seen. Les Mis. I guess there's another.
No,
It's
this is a French film about. Yeah, you go on. It's with the Valcourt.
yeah, it's a French film about riots and political unrest. I think in France now.
Yeah.
Oh.
They just used Les Mis because
With the
it was
yellow
also
vest.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a social commentary built
Yeah.
in there.
Yellow vest.
All right, so we also have Pain and Glory
Yep.
and Parasite. What's the controversy?
Parasite.
So, is this going to get Roma'd? Is Parasite going to get Roma'd?
What does that mean?
So Roma last
They get
year,
Best International.
they
but
get
not
Best
yet.
International, but they don't get Best Picture.
I'm okay with that. They should get one or the other. This is a Best Picture nomination also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's Best International
Okay,
Picture,
so
Best
even-
Picture.
Yeah, but they're not going to get Best International, also Best
No,
Picture.
they're going to get one or the other.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is Parasite going to get this?
Are they
And
going
then
to
Best
cop
Picture?
out?
So
this?
how can you justify if Parasite gets Best Picture that it is also not the Best International Picture?
Exactly.
You can't because
Well, I think you can because when you say Best Picture in the Oscars, to me, Best Picture is always meant domestic. It doesn't say that. It doesn't specifically say that, but I've kind of always felt it that way.
but they have non-domestic films.
Right.
See, I'm torn because I think I hate to say this. I have a gut feeling like they're going to give Pain and Glory.
That's where I'm leaning.
I keep leaning that way too.
Yeah, and then what I personally like that is Pain and Glory to International, and then Best Picture goes.
Have you seen Pain and Glory?
No,
I haven't either.
because the trailer looks like garbage.
It does.
But
It looks
boy,
terrible.
I've heard good things about it.
I'm gonna go Honeyland
And what makes you go Honeyland?
because everybody else is like Parasite or.
Tina's
That's the
playing.
one I read.
Tina's playing Mike's game. Good thing there's no Jennifer Lawrence film in here.
Oh yeah,
Let's
I'm the
see.
first one.
the second. No.
You're second.
Okay.
Nico's first. Yeah. So you're going Honeyland. I am.
Damn it! This is hard. This one's hard.
This is the hard one.
I'm going Parasite. Done.
You hurt me because it's just like
I'm gonna give it to Parasite.
I want the Parasite to win Best Picture. I want it so freaking bad, but I don't.
I just feel it. I feel it. I feel like
Did
Parasite.
Nathan pick one?
Yeah, he picked Parasite as well.
Mm-hmm. Suck it.
What's Best Picture noms again? Let me look at these real
We'll
quick.
get there in a bit.
We'll get there. We don't have.
No.
We don't
I'm
have-
looking at them
He needs
We don't-
to
we don't have-
look at them to decide what.
because I'm trying to. Because again, Best Picture typically goes to like the most middling movie, so I'm trying to remember.
Silence of the Lambs won Best Picture.
Yeah, 28 years ago.
Still.
You know what won last year? Green Book, the most middling, non-controversial,
Yeah.
bland movie ever.
And you know, I saw Green Book and I enjoyed aspects of it, but it was pretty.
Is it Best Picture worthy?
No.
It won. You know
Not
why?
even close.
Because it's not controversial. It's not extreme where everyone wants it. It's middling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to
No,
remember
I
that.
know.
Damn it!
I already know it's going to win Best Picture, but I'm saving it.
F it. Pain and Glory.
You're going Pain.
Double
Do
it
it.
down.
All right, he's going the passion play,
Oh,
even though you've not seen the movie and it looked like crap.
I've heard it's good though.
I've heard it's good too.
But Pedro Almodovar doesn't really interest me with his films. Sorry.
Okay,
right.
that felt like a painful one for you.
Yeah, it was like ripping a tooth out.
All right,
All right, live action short.
best live action short film.
I'm gonna laugh if Honeyland wins.
That would be
It'd be
hilarious.
great. It'd be
Get your champagne.
Here we go. So I don't think I've seen any of these.
I haven't seen it.
Best live action short film: Brotherhood, Befta Football Club,
It's Nefta.
Nefta. Did I type it wrong? It's Nefta. Yeah.
It says Nefta.
All right, Nefta Football Club, The Neighbors.
The neighbor's window.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, The Neighbor's Window, Sarah, and a sister. I mean, literally, it's just pulling it out because
I'm ruling out Brotherhood and a sister because of the sibling connection.
Yeah.
So
The neighbor's window.
Hang on.
I mean, is there any information that we can glom onto
I'm
before
going
we?
to at least look at what they're about.
Nah, Jesus take the wheel. Neighbor's window.
So the first one's Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's called Brotherhood. It's the one I have over there that's 30 minutes long. I actually have that. Just got it today. We just didn't get a chance to look at it.
In 1926, a band of teenage boys arrive at Long Point Camp and adventure for their lives. Oh, wait, is this the right one? I don't think this is a...
The picture had a kid.
while you're looking
in
that
a-
one up, I've got Nefta Football Club.
Okay, go.
In a Tanzanian village, children are playing football on a wasteland. Meanwhile, two characters come across a donkey with headphones on its ears and bags full of white powder on its back. The two young brothers decide, there are brothers there too, decide to bring those bags back to the village.
I mean, that sounds. I would love to see a donkey with headphones on. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Actually, that one sounds neat.
Yeah, I would watch
Zach,
that.
did you find your description?
Okay, so Brotherhood is a short film.
Yeah, did you
The
find
film
it?
explores the tensions within a Tunisian family when a man who has been away for several years returns home with a new Syrian wife who wears the full niqab, igniting his father's suspicions that his son has been working for the Islamic State.
And that one's what? The Brotherhood. Interesting.
All right. The Neighbor's Window tells the story of a middle-aged woman with 2 small children whose life is shaken up when 2 free-spirited 20-somethings move in across the street.
I mean, I would probably watch that short film. I don't know if that's Oscar material though. It just sounds like a really good film festival short.
It does. It really does sound like that.
It feels like that formula of like, ooh, we can get the most audience.
Sarah's short film. 2 abused sisters hatch a daring plan to escape from an orphanage.
And
I'd watch that too.
What's the last one?
That's a sister.
The Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah
that
is.
was-
Oh,
that was
Sarah. A sister is the last one.
Yeah, a sister is a. Oh no, that's not the right one.
Yeah, that's a name that's been used a few times.
Yeah, that's not generic at all.
Not at all. I feel like I know what I'm going to lean
Are
toward.
we sure that's? I got sister animated.
I mean, hold on. Let me.
You have the list, right?
Yeah. Live action short film. A Sister.
Yeah.
Is there also an animated short called Sister?
There is. Yes.
Oh, boy.
There is.
Oh, here we go. Okay. An emergency services dispatcher must tap into all her professional skills when she receives a call from a woman in a desperate situation.
I'd
Actually
watch that
sounds
too.
familiar. I think
Okay,
I've
so
heard of it.
which one of these you are now 65 years old, and you're also very PC?
I am going to go with still The Neighbor's Window because that sounds like it has a little bit more like sexually charged undertones.
Okay.
Still PC enough.
I'm going with Nefta Football Club.
That's a fair choice.
You know what? Just be different. We'll go with. Wait, what did?
I'm going
what did Nathan go
with. Yeah, what did Nathan go with? I think I'm going to go with Brotherhood.
I was about to say that. Live action short. A Sister.
A sister. He went. Oh, okay. We're all over the board. This is
Yeah.
what always happens with this one,
This is what I
though.
like. Is at least
You
someone's
should
gonna win.
pick. You should
Yeah.
pick Sarah just so we know someone wins.
Oh, did nobody pick Sarah?
No one
Okay,
picked it.
I'm picking Sarah.
Perfect. That'll be so I
I
can
mean, at least one of us is gonna.
so I can beat you by 1 point. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
at least someone's gonna. But if I had to pick my pick, would probably be Brotherhood. But you already took that.
So here we are at best documentary.
This is best documentary feature.
Short
Subject.
subject. Yeah. Shockingly, as I glance through, I haven't seen any of these. I usually see at least 1 or 2 of them.
Okay, get ready.
Here we go. In the absence, learning to skateboard in a war zone. Life overtakes me. St. Louis Superman. That's the one that grabs my attention right away. And Walk, Run, Cha Cha.
Okay, I'm going immediately with learning to skateboard in a war zone. Because in
So-
parentheses it says. if you're-
These are short subject.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the skateboard one.
Because it's about a girl skateboarder in
Heck
a war
yeah.
zone. All right.
Yeah.
Tina and Zach are
That-
both
that
going
sounds
that
exactly
direction.
Like what Oscar Buffy was like. The last one was about periods in India.
Now, the one that sounds interesting by
I
title
would win an Oscar if you did a
To me-
documentary about that.
is St. Louis Superman. I want to see
Do you
this.
need a description?
Of what?
The movie.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Bruce Franks Jr., a leading Ferguson activist and battle rapper who was elected to an overwhelmingly white and Republican Missouri House of Representatives, must overcome both personal trauma and political obstacles to pass a bill critical to his community.
Politics are in right now.
Politics were in 3 years ago too.
Yeah, and they'll
Sounds
continue to
nothing
be.
like Clark Kent.
Right? But the skateboarder, that's a girl. It does. Oh, wait, I checked the wrong one for you guys.
Rude.
I can't believe you've done this. Nathan does not have this as well.
So, Tina, you're sticking with learning to skateboard?
Yeah.
All right. And Zach, you're sticking with learning to skateboard? In a war zone?
Yes. Yeah.
Or what do you feeling?
One of these is Netflix.
I think I'm going to go with learning to skateboard.
Yeah, I think we're going to be across the board on
The
that
St.
one.
Louis Superman one sounded okay, too.
Sounds like
but-
something I would see, but I don't know if it can win.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. So across the board, except for Nathan, because you say he doesn't have it. Like, what did he write? A bunch of nonsense about?
I mean, he didn't list them all.
Because there's a lot of
Yeah, there's a lot of them here, but guess what?
All right.
There's like 5 or 6 missing.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we also need to get to supporting actor.
Yeah. True enough.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're to best feature doc.
Okay.
So the best feature documentaries are American Factory, The Cave, The Edge of Democracy, For Sama, and Honeyland.
Okay, where's Apollo 11?
Where's Apollo 11? You want to talk about snubs? This is the one I got mad
This
about
is the one it was
right
like,
away.
Are you kidding me?
Apollo
fair
11
point, yeah.
is not in this. Ooh.
Because I've been waiting to talk about my snubs list, and here we go.
Yeah, so last year, there was a couple of snubs in this category last year,
Yeah.
but at least Free Solo.
Last year it was the Mr. Rogers documentary.
No one paid attention. Yeah, that was the biggest snub, even though the last 2 minutes of that movie pissed me off.
Sure.
But
Apollo 11 didn't sure piss you off either.
no, but the thing that softened that blow last year was Free Solo being in there and winning. Didn't it win?
RBG was in there too.
And RBG was in there too.
That was
So
a really good one.
there were 2 docs that I really liked. This year, I don't know these.
Yeah.
American
None of
Factory
these.
is the
I
only
thought
one that I've
for
been.
sure that at least.
Do you need
2
descriptions
popes
with
would've
anything?
been-
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Because none
Two
of
Popes
these
is in a
came to our-
documentary.
I thought it was.
No,
None
it's
of
a
these
drama.
came to our house.
Yeah, we got none of these here.
Also, no Hail Satan.
No,
Hail
well,
Satan.
that would be the dream.
That would be amazing.
That would be the dream.
One day Satan will be nominated.
One day
Hail Satan got nominated for Best Documentary. I consider that the whole win of
of the entire
You know,
thing.
it's kind of like when Mad Max Fury
Doesn't
got
have to
nominated
win,
for
just
Best
it got
Picture. It's like,
nominated.
got nominated.
Yep.
No, it's just how much I
So what do we got for some descriptions?
Yeah.
All right, let me get back to that page. All right. So, American Factory, which I think I've actually seen a bit of. In post-industrial Ohio, a Chinese billionaire opens a new factory in the husk of an abandoned GM plant and hires 2,000 blue-collar Americans. Early days of hope and optimism give way to setbacks as high-tech China clashes with working-class America.
I'm sorry, I saw this movie. It's really good. I liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, the fact is, you had to have somebody tell you what it was.
It's because the title is so generic. The words American and Factory get me interested, but I couldn't.
Okay, I'll give you that. You saw this on Netflix, didn't you?
I don't remember where I saw it. It was early in the year
Well, it's
that
Netflix.
It's maybe Netflix now.
And that also might be it, too, is just because it was that early.
Yeah. I liked that movie, though.
All right.
I don't know if
The
it's...
The Cave. In war-torn Syria, a dedicated team of female doctors tirelessly treat casualties in an underground hospital while battling a systemic sexism.
Putting a
And
star by that
here's my
one.
pick.
Continue.
All right. The Edge of Democracy, a cautionary tale about one of the most dramatic periods of Brazilian history and the polarizing rise and fall of its country's leaders.
Okay. All
Next.
right.
Yeah.
And then
For Sama,
for Sama?
that is during the 5 years of uprising in Aleppo, Syria, Wad al-Khattab falls in love, gets married, and gives birth to Sama.
Okay. And then the last one is Honeyland. That one was the only title that I have heard that stood out to me.
Hatice lives with her ailing mother in the mountains of Macedonia, making a living cultivating honey using ancient beekeeping traditions. When an unruly family moves next door, what at first seems like a balm for her solitude becomes a source of tension as they too want to practice beekeeping.
And The Cave.
I'd watch that, but my favorite of the list is American Factory, but I also am going The Cave.
I think on that list, The Cave. Yeah, I think of the ones I just read off, The Cave makes the most.
As far as a winner. Now,
Yeah.
Nathan has For Sama.
okay. He probably has his reasons. But Nathan has for Sama.
Tina?
Edge of Democracy. Just to be different.
Trying to be different.
Yeah.
Tina, is this how you play phone ball also? Because if it is, it will make
I ain't telling you my secrets.
well, they're not being very successful for you.
I
Just
can
saying.
break the numbers to where you lose, Steve.
Fair enough.
You're not going to check her work.
Right? You're right. I'm probably not.
I'll take The Cave.
You're taking the cave also. All right. That's the end of the first half. Now we're down.
Also that page.
Yep. Also, we're on to block number 2. Starting to get into the real stuff now. We're into
Oh, the stuff that I actually got to pay attention to.
Exactly. We're into cinematography now,
That's where we're going to go short. We're already past an hour.
right?
Yep.
So the Joker, or just Joker, excuse me,
Lawrence Shear, cinematographer.
Lawrence Shear, hit The Irishman,
Rodrigo Pietro.
1917.
Roger Deakins.
Oh, what's the next one? Just have I guess it could
The
come-
Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse. Yeah,
Jordan Blush.
I think I did.
Finally, something gets nominated for The Lighthouse. Production
And-
design, acting.
I think production design.
And-
Yeah.
No acting nominations for Wolf.
You want to know what? You want to know why? Because fuck that movie. I'm sorry.
No, I think
it has
Defoe should have got a nod.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last one
best-
is Once Upon a Time in
Best one
Hollywood.
supporting Defoe should have got one. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Robert Richardson.
Sorry, I'm going 1917.
Sorry, I'm going Lighthouse.
I'm torn.
I mean,
I'm torn between 1917 and Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time is beautiful and
It does
seems
look
awesome.
really good.
Nathan's going 1917.
I'm gonna go Once Upon a Time.
All right, Tina's going Once Upon a Time.
I mean, when you compare this Roger Deakins in this film to like where he won with Blade Runner, which is the better cinematography?
Oh, you don't have to compare it, but
I'm not comparing that to that. I'm comparing that to this.
I'm saying, as an Oscar voter, you've already given one to Roger Deakins, and it was Blade Runner, which is probably the best thing in his entire career.
Okay,
So
so
you're going to give another one
also,
for something less than
also
that previous
as an
one?
Oscar voter, I would put $5 down on the table that 75% of Oscar voters don't remember any of these names from one year to the next. All they're doing is looking at the movies.
I don't know about that.
I do.
But they do-
I know some Oscar voters.
if they
They're-
do, if they
they're
do
numbskulls.
remember a name, it's going to be Roger Deakins.
which is why I'm going 1917. Nico's struggling with this one. I like it.
I'll go with 1917.
There,
I think it's a
Nico's
safe
going
pick.
that way too.
Believe y'all.
I was
Didn't go 1917.
I was almost going to go with Lighthouse.
Okay.
I hate that movie.
Yeah,
I'm not giving it my
But
vote.
it's also like not really nominated for anything else, so I can
That's
see
fine.
that.
Good.
Did you toot?
No, it's the chair.
Oh, okay.
No, if I was gonna go ahead and toot in front of everybody, I'd take ownership of that. I'd take pride in
You
it.
just be like, yeah, what you gonna do about it?
I'm like, here
You
you
would
go.
know because I would just start giggling.
All
Yeah.
right, screenplay.
Best original screenplay. That is for Parasite, Knives Out, 1917, A Marriage Story, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You know I'm doing a passion play here. You know
I already
I'm
know.
doing a passion play.
Tina is going Knives Out. Totally gonna lose this one.
I don't care.
I'm Parasite. All in on Parasite on this one.
Nico's all in on Parasite. Zach, what are you feeling?
Marriage Story.
A Marriage Story?
It's like it's between that and Once Upon a Time.
What did Nathan pick?
Nathan picked original screenplay Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time. I mean, it's.
You know what? F it. I'm gonna go Marriage Story. That screenplay.
Look at
was
you, Zach.
Really good. It's either that or it's gonna be Quentin Tarantino winning.
Wow, I'm struggling with this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Wow, I think of these, the one that's actually the best written is Parasite. I haven't seen A Marriage Story, so I can't comment. But I'm not gonna give that my
It's
vote
coming to the
because it's a
vote.
Netflix movie. Screw them too. You know
Screw
what?
them. I'm gonna go see The Irishman.
Scorsese.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but this
Oh,
is
whoops.
Noah Baumbach.
No, wait.
Noah Baumbach.
I was about to say, what you making me vote for?
No, I went Once Upon a Time.
All right.
All right. So now we're up to adapted screenplay.
Okay.
So if you don't know when you're listening to this, adapted screenplay is taken from another stories taken from usually a novel, but some other source and turned into a screenplay. The Two Popes,
Okay, that's what that's.
Joker, Jojo Rabbit, Little Women, and The Irishman. So wait, did the Irishman actually, in watching that movie, did the title The Irishman ever actually come up?
It does say, I heard you paint houses.
Yeah, which is-
It says The Irishman.
Okay, because I liked that it had I Heard You Paint Houses at the beginning because that's the title of the book.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually thought that was pretty cool.
I really wish the Oscars category of the Oscars website would list what it's adapted from.
I don't think Joker belongs in this list.
It is adapted from comics. Just saying.
From multiple comics, taking a piece here and a
it is
piece
in
there.
itself an original Joker story.
It is.
Yeah, it is. But
no, I get it. And
Once Upon a Time is not based on a book. It's based on an event.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time is not in this list.
Yeah, but it's not adapted from like a book or movie or comic.
But neither is Joker.
Joker is
Not fully.
Characters are from a comic.
But so no, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Parasite is not from a book or movie or manga,
And not in this list.
I have no idea
because it's not adapted. It's original.
Right.
I have
Neither
no
is the
idea.
Joker.
Joker is the character of the Joker is
I'm torn.
literally Bruce Wayne. The Waynes are taken from.
So if I write a screenplay and I use the same names as something from another source, it counts. Because this Joker
you are
isn't
taking the entire city, you are taking characters from said city, you are taking multiple, not just one. We're talking like 5.
It's taken from many different sources, though. It's not taken
Bruce
from.
Wayne, Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne.
That's the
Alfred.
characters. The story that's written is
Right,
taken from a
you
bunch
are
of different
adapted
sources.
now. You are adapted now.
Why is that what you're going with? Is that why you're being an asshole?
I think it
No,
fits.
I'm
You're
just
taking these elements and adapting them into your own.
You're utilizing
screenplay.
them,
It's
but
not. It's
not
not
like
original
you
enough.
created
It's
Bruce
not.
Wayne.
It's not.
like you
This is
created-
not part and parcel adapted from another single piece of source material.
Little Women and Two Popes.
I have no idea what Jojo Rabbit is adapted from.
I didn't really
It
even.
is a book.
It doesn't. It doesn't surprise me that
I did
Jojo
not
Rabbit is a
know.
book.
Yeah, it's a book.
I feel like
I'm gonna go with Little Women.
I feel like that's what I'm gonna go with.
I didn't like the source, and I don't like the movie, but I'm gonna go with it.
I feel like people liked it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I'm gonna go Two Popes.
Good for you.
Nathan's gonna go Joker.
Nathan's going. Well, Nathan's going to lose.
If I can get out of this Oscar season with Joker winning nothing, I will be happy.
Same.
Yeah.
So
I'm
did
gonna
you
go
say
with
You
Popes.
will be.
both of you guys are going Two
I
Popes?
know I will be.
with Best Actor going to that.
All right. So you guys went Two Popes. Zach and I went Little Women, and Nathan went Joker. Well, I know one person who is not going to get the correct answer.
Yeah,
Prob-
his name is Nathan.
His name is Nathan.
Because
Because
he didn't have like 6 answers.
yep. Well, no, I'm talking about in this category.
Oh.
All right. So animated short.
We've only seen one, so.
Right.
That's the one I'm voting for. Because it
I don't know how to pronounce this one. Dicera? D-C-E-R-A?
Short film animated. Yeah, I think Desera is probably it. It's Daughter. I think was
Is it the
been
translation?
translated
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
So then there's Hair Love,
Oh, that one's a good one.
I hear Hair Love's really good. I haven't
Pitbull.
seen it.
Memorable, and Sister.
That's the sister I kept finding when I was looking for the
So-
other.
Oh,
yeah.
It's between Hair Love and Kid Bull.
What's Hair Love about?
It's about a.
An African American father learns to do his daughter's hair for the first time.
Yeah. There's actually a series of books, like children books, that use either this uses it as inspiration for the books, or the books use that as inspiration.
I think it is
Interesting.
streaming somewhere. I think it is visible. I just
Okay.
haven't seen
I'm
it.
gonna go with Kid Bull though, because that still made me cry. When we
Made-
watched it, like,
oh, did you
2
cry?
seconds. Yeah, yeah.
Aw.
I'm gonna go with Hair Love, but I would be okay if Kate Bull got it too because I want that. bulldog.
Nathan is going with Kitbull.
Nathan's going Kid Bull.
Plus, I mean, it's Pixar.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's true.
I feel like I'm just gonna go Kid Bull because it's the one I've seen.
Yeah, I'm going Kitbull as well.
All right,
I'm the lone one.
you're the loner. All right, so animated feature film. I didn't want to type it all out, so I just wrote How to Train Your Dragon 3.
It's fine.
I Lost My Body. I don't know anything about
This
this.
is on Netflix. It's about, like, it's a hand trying to find its way back to its owner.
Oh, I watched that movie. It's called Idle Hands.
I watched
Yeah,
it.
right?
It's called The Addams Family.
Yeah, the Addams Family.
A little bit different.
All right. Also, Klaus. I also don't know anything about this movie.
It's like a Christmassy movie on Netflix as well.
So I wash out both of them. Missing Link, which didn't look good to me.
No, it didn't. I mean, I know it's from Leica Studio, and I almost want to give it a pass, but I'm not gonna. It didn't look good.
And then finally, Toy Story 4.
Damn, I don't like any of
I'm gonna
those.
go with Dragon.
Yeah, that's
I
not
kind
a
of
surprise.
figured
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4.
I'm going Toy Story 4.
They simulated spherical and anamorphic lenses. How to Train Your Dragon didn't do that, and
What did Nathan go with?
Nathan went with Missing Link.
What the hell?
It is stop motion animation, so.
I mean, yeah, I respect it for that. That actually would have been my second pick. But
I mean, I
Toy
have
Story.
Toy Story 4 up there. It's beautiful. That movie, it is a beautiful, pretty well done, unnecessary sequel.
And no Frozen 2.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, Disney's still on the list. Let's face it. They're still
Oh,
here
okay,
with
wait.
Toy Story.
Okay, now we're we're getting into the shit now.
Oh.
Into the shit.
Where
Oh,
are we in? Where are we in?
Best director.
Oh!
Here we go, baby.
You're gonna hate Nathan's pick.
Oh, I know what you're going to
Oh,
pick.
I already know what he's picking. So,
He
best
picked
director.
Joker.
So let's get through
Nathan
the
totally
list.
picked Joker. I'm going to mark it right now. So it was a list. The Irishman,
Yep.
Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Okay, my passion pick would be Parasite.
That's my passion pick also. That's
my
not.
realism pick says Sam Mendes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1917.
I'm going
I'm
1917.
going to go
as well.
1917.
I
Yeah, same
agree
thing.
with the passion pick.
I agree with the passion
Because
pick as well.
honestly, I feel like Parasite should be nominated, should win everything that it's been nominated for.
I thought the directing personally in 1917 was fine.
But
did not.
it was fine. I think it was good. I have no complaints about the directing, but I think a lot of the attention is going toward him doing something different cinematically.
You mean like Birdman?
Yeah.
You mean like...
I didn't say original. I said
Dude,
different.
Climax had like a whole half section.
Climax is not even going to get counted.
I know,
in
but
this.
you're saying, oh man, he really did something different. I'm like,
I said
you mean
different.
Like all these other
But wait,
films?
You said
there's-
different,
I
not
said
original.
different, not original,
Okay,
because this has been done before.
and better.
I didn't
And
like
better.
I didn't like Birdman.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Birdman.
I didn't like it. I was
His
bored.
direction was good.
I found Birdman to be
Were
boring.
you distracted by Edward Norton's boner?
A little bit.
Okay.
That's
Little bit.
fair. That's
A little bit. All right, so all of us went 1917 except Nathan.
You know, if Nathan wins this,
I will
One,
be
I'm
so
gonna be
upset.
shocked.
How? Because
So-
he's missing so many.
I will be. Well, we're going to give him a chance to fill in the ones he missed. If
it was only
we see
one
him
missing, it's like, oh, what boo-hoo, but it's like 6. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
Yeah. So also, Sam Mendes won the Golden Globe for Best Director.
Yeah.
All right, supporting actress. I did put these names in here because you have to have the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some of these are ensembles. So Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Laura Dern for A Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh for Little Women, and Margot Robbie for Bombshell. The one that's really funny in here is Scarlett Johansson because she's nominated in both female categories, lead and supporting, for different movies.
My gut is telling me to do Kathy
Good.
Bates.
Kathy Bates was really good in that film, but I don't think it was like standout. Kathy Bates is just always good.
I'm gonna go Laura Dern.
I had a sneaking suspicion you would go Laura Dern.
Because
'cause-
she plays a snidely little character in that movie really well.
Well, I'm hoping she's good in this one because people talked about how great she was in Little Women. I found her to be the weakest one
yes, she
in
was
Little
the biggest
Women.
one in Little Women.
Yeah.
That's why it's like Florence Pugh is nominated in this. I'm like, she gonna get a nomination in Midsommar?
Right?
Actually, that's why I'm giving it to Florence Pugh. I'm gonna
Because of Midsommar?
Yes.
Right? Because she
I mean-
deserved it for that.
I mean, she was good in this because it was like.
I mean, she was. She was good.
She was halfway through the movie. I'm like, oh, that's the chick from Midsommar. Yeah, all right. Man, that Midsommar was a great movie. I'm stuck in this movie watching this when I could be watching
Actually,
Midsommar.
I'm gonna go Scarlett Johansson.
ScarJo. I'd see. I would like to. I love Scarlett Johansson. I just don't know the movie, so I don't have a frame of reference. Margot Robbie in Bombshell, she was fine, but it wasn't anything
Yeah.
special.
The scene that sticks out for me for Scarlett Johansson from Jojo Rabbit is when she's, the little kid's being a brat at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "I want my dad here." So she gets mad and starts. You think she's about to lose her temper, so she goes to the fireplace and smudges dirt to make it look like a beard.
Mm-hmm.
And then she plays like she's the dad and telling the kid off, and then that scene I just really liked.
I wish I
Okay.
could see it.
Me too.
I haven't seen it yet.
I feel like I probably should have seen that movie.
It's coming to the dog park.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll finally be able to see it.
Wow. What are you going with, Nico?
Florence Pugh.
That's right, Florence Pugh. What did Nathan pick?
Laura Dern.
Nathan went. Laura Dern also. Stupid ass Netflix movie that
It's
I might.
good. It does,
I know.
The worst
I'm
part
going.
about that movie, truly, is that it says a Netflix. Is the Netflix name attached to it? That's the worst part.
And
of
see,
it.
my curiosity is piqued because
I didn't like the sound.
it looked like
Okay. Well, outside of the soundtrack,
He said the
Yeah.
worst part of
It-
it was that's the
it
second.
looked like a
So
Hallmark
it's
movie
cheapened.
to me.
It's cheapened. If this got a full theatrical release, you'd be saying something.
Well, and I might go to the Belcourt and see it. If it's cinematic, I might. Is
It's
it?
shot on film 1/6 to 1 aspect.
It's shot on film,
Yes.
and that went to Netflix.
Yes.
It should have. All right,
Yeah.
but they're
I was
probably
watching it, I'm
but they're
going,
probably getting
why
it.
did this not get a release?
But I bet we're getting a DCP. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 35 millimeter. Are you kidding me? We're lucky.
We got Little Women.
Yeah, you're lucky to get Little Women. You're lucky to get Once Upon a Time. Both Sony releases.
So anyway,
Netflix is not going to strike up a print $6,000 to screen in one
because
location.
Netflix sucks. All right, so what are we going with here? I'm still missing some choices. So Zach and Nathan both went Laura Dern. You went Florence Pugh. Tina went Scarlett Johansson.
So we're missing your choice.
Yeah, I know. I'm so
Shocker.
Shut your butt. I'm so torn on this. I feel like though, God, I don't want to, but I'm gonna go Laura Dern.
You made the right choice.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Laura Dern, but
I hated her in Last Jedi, but that's not her fault.
Not
No.
her fault. I like Laura Dern as an actress. All right, so supporting actor: Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, Charlize. Wait, what? What?
your pages are out of order.
My pages are out of
Here,
order.
let me help you. Al Pacino in The Irishman.
Joe Pesci in The Irishman.
Right
Brad Pitt, Once
there,
Upon
it
a
is.
Time in Hollywood.
All right. I am going. You know You know what's weird? As much as I've kind of dissed the movie, my passion bid would be Joe Pesci.
Yeah, same here.
'Cause
That's my passion.
He made The Irishman to me. He's so good in it.
I'm wondering if they're going to cancel each other out.
Yes, that's exactly what.
Like how The Favorite came.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to make it easy and go ahead and go with Brad Pitt.
Same here. Because also he's been winning a shit ton of awards.
Yeah.
Nathan also says Brad Pitt.
I don't know though. Like Tom Hanks did a really good job.
So the thing about that movie, though,
I
is-
hated the movie, but he did a great job.
and that's my
I
problem.
got my
is-
reason.
Go.
Tom Hanks, because they snubbed Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood last year.
Yes.
Right?
There you go.
I mean, this is Tom Hanks' first nomination in 20 years.
So what are you thinking,
I'm going. I'm
You going Tom
sticking
Hanks?
with Mr. Rogers. Yep.
Mr. Rogers? That movie's terrible. Any scene that he's not in is
It's
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Just think about it, though. This is his first nomination in like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
That's shocking to me.
It is shocking because he's done. Well, I think he's kind of done some bad stuff though.
Example.
Or
Larry
well,
Crown.
He's not bad in this stuff, then, but it's just not his movie. His movies are just like middling.
that's it.
To borrow Zach's word.
The what's those books? The Dan Brown books that he
Yeah.
he did
Oh,
all three of those
Jesus
films.
Christ, I forgot.
I see what you
did
there.
Yeah, he did the Steven Spielberg movie, which I hear is just meh.
Oh, The Terminal?
Something Lies or something.
The Terminal's good.
The Terminal's good.
A Bridge of Spies.
A Bridge of Spies. I
yeah.
heard it's just so he's done a bunch in the last 20 years.
But-
a bunch of stuff. He did Sully, which was good, but it kind of
Captain
felt.
Phillips, which makes me cry.
Captain Phillips
like a
is-
bitch.
Captain Phillips is probably the best movie he's done in the last 20 years.
That ending still just
it's
always
amazing.
trips me out.
It's amazing. All right, so we're on to lead actress. So that is Cynthia Erivo in Harriet.
Yeah.
I tried it earlier.
Yeah.
Now you get to
She is the
try
one who
it.
sings the song.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson in A Marriage Story.
Really good.
And,
Saoirse, I think is how you say it.
Sorcerer Ronan.
Saoirse.
yeah. So also,
and
my
the
page-
women, Charlize Theron, and
Charlize Theron and
Bombshell,
Bombshell,
and Renee Zellweger,
and Judy. Yeah. All right. So one more time: Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson in A Marriage Story, Charlize Theron in Bombshell, Renee Zellweger in Judy, and Saoirse Ronan in Little Women. You know, Saoirse Ronan, she is interesting because the first thing I remember noticing her in was in that terrible movie that was from the writer of Twilight. You remember that movie?
Oh my
The sci-fi
God,
thing?
The
The
host.
host.
And I'm like, this girl's terrible.
No.
This movie's terrible. And after that, she kind of pulled the same thing that the girl from Twilight pulled. She did a bunch of really good stuff.
Yeah, but then again, she's not a block of wood.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the good actress from Twilight.
Oh.
The one that's in the air up there with George Clooney, and she was in The Accountant, and she's done a lot of stuff that's good.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
There you go.
She's done good stuff, yeah.
And she played a big role in Twilight.
Twilight, yeah. Okay, so this is actually a tough choice
she's
for me.
also Lady Bird, so...
Charlize Theron, I mean, Bombshell is just, it was okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing. So I'm going to knock her out of my list right away.
If it was my passion pick,
Yep.
I'm going to go Scarlett Johansson.
I am going to go ScarJo.
But
That's your choice, Nico?
Yep.
Renee Zellweger has been on this train. This winning train.
That's who I'm going
who
with.
I'm going for, I think.
And that's the hard part, is her performance in Scarlett Johansson's performance in Marriage Story is so freaking good. It's like, it makes me look at the Marvel films and go, God. I mean,
It's crazy because you would say it now.
So bland in those comparisons.
Because she's done so many other really great things, starting with Lost in Translation.
And
What's the Illusionist? She's good in that.
I didn't see that one. I went saw Prestige because there were two.
I've seen
magician
them
films
both.
at the
I
same
hate,
time.
I hate it when they do that
Yeah.
so much.
Um,
In Prestige's a better movie.
I liked her in Her.
Yes.
Was good. Yeah, she did great
She's
voice
done good
acting.
stuff. She's done good stuff. She's a good actress.
Saoirse Ronan is really good. She probably should.
Saoirse Ronan probably should win because she's the highlight of Little Women. She's the only thing that stands out to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm sticking with Renee Zellweger. I think she's going to win. I hear she's amazing.
Okay.
And it was so funny because at the Golden Globes, when she did her speech, it became kind of a meme. Everyone forgot that she's Southern. Because when she
Yeah.
did her speech, very thick Southern accent, and that is gone in Judy. So that's where I'm going. What are you going, Zach? Do it. Go
hurts.
ScarJo. Do it.
No,
Do it.
Because I know that's
Do it.
losing one. I
Do
know.
it.
Fucking Renee Zellweger.
What's Nathan?
Same thing.
He went Judy also.
Yeah.
Tina?
Judy.
We're
All right.
all there except for
Except
Nico.
for me.
It
Yep.
hurts. 'Cause
All right.
I'm like, damn it, ScarJo needs to win that one.
That's the wrong box. Should be that one.
Oh,
Yeah, you have me as ScarJo.
Yeah.
There you go.
okay. So now we're on to lead actor. Here we go. Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory. Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time. Adam Driver for A Marriage Story, and Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. Don't you feel bad for Jonathan Pryce? He's probably really good.
You know who I
But
do
you know
feel
who's
bad?
not looking for being looked at? Jonathan Pryce.
You know who I really feel bad?
Who do you feel bad for?
I feel bad for Adam Sandler not for not getting a nomination.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel
Yes.
I feel bad that movie got snubbed completely.
Yes.
A24, The Farewell, no nomination.
The Farewell, no nominations,
Uncut
none.
Gems,
No nomination.
And see, it would have been a foregone conclusion had Awkwafina been given a Best Actress nom. I would have picked her in second
Yeah. Oh,
because she was my biggest shock of the year. She was so good.
another thing I forgot to say, Lupita Nyong'o for Us. She was so good in that.
She was
movie.
fine, but I hated that movie.
I really thought her performance.
I
was
liked the
good.
first 20 minutes of that movie a lot, and the rest I didn't like.
We'll get that out later. But yeah, I just.
No, I think
Adam
Adam Sandler should have got a
performance of
nod.
His career in that movie.
It's
It
the
was
best
so
performance.
the
Yeah.
frustrating.
movie would have failed without that performance.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, take Jonathan Pryce off or take Leo off and replace him.
Honestly,
Honestly, take Leo off.
Leo could have gone
because
because
if you're upstaged by your supporting actor,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
deserve.
Brad Pitt's the
lead
star of
actor.
this movie.
Brad
Let's face
Pitt
it.
is the star of this movie. He took that movie from Leonardo
Like,
DiCaprio.
As much as I love Leo, like
Leo was
no.
fine.
And he was good.
Yeah, he was
good
good.
in the movie. But
But if I compare Leo's performance to Adam Sandler's performance, in
There's no
Uncut Gems,
comparison.
oh no.
Comparison.
well, and if you look at Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in this movie and compare it to his filmography, it's fine. It's good. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but it's
stand
not-
above
it's not
other
up
things
there.
that he's done. Yeah.
It's nice to see Adam Driver though on this list because his performance again in Marriage Story is so good.
I gotta watch. I
good.
have to watch it because I watched. I don't like Adam Driver in the Star Wars movies. I find
He's
him to
so wasted in those movies.
be. I find him to be bland. So the other
He's
night,
great in Black Klansman. He's great in this. He's a good actor. He's God.
I watched. Hang on. I watched The Report, which was a movie I was interested
He's
in,
in that too.
Yeah.
and he's boring in that too.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, who? Why do people love him? Is it because they think he's cute or something? I haven't seen him in a good performance yet. So I guess I got him.
He was good in that.
What?
He was good in Black Klansman.
I haven't watched it. Remember, I didn't watch it because you spoiled the ending for me.
Yeah, thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Oh, I'm sorry. You saw the best version of it instead of
Which is
the
not seeing it?
chocolate. Well, no, it's an all right film.
Yep. So
It's all right.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go Joaquin Phoenix in
Joaquin
this. Even though
It
I
would be the only one I'd be okay with Joker winning. That's where I'm at. It's like I don't want Joker to win any.
I agree with you.
This would be the one that I would want it to win.
I
Joker
will be
wins twice.
I will be contrarian again. I will be contrarian. Antonio Banderas.
wow, Nico is just holding a grudge. I love it.
solid pick.
I'm gonna go with Adam Driver.
Is it a solid pick? Have you seen the movie?
Well, it's also you have this old actor who has never won an Oscar.
Yep.
Now he comes around again.
Now, if Adam Sandler were on this list, it'd be Adam Sandler. That would
Yeah, there would be no question.
Dude, Adam Sandler's performance is so good.
All right.
It just the only thing I didn't like about that performance is he's able to be this good. Damn it, do this more often. Seriously.
Well, I hope.
Well, because
I hope.
isn't he doing that other new A24 thing, the thing with the mask, I forget what it was called?
Oh, it was a short film. They did.
so it was already out.
Yeah, I posted the whole movie.
Oh, I didn't
All
realize.
6
I thought it was a
minutes of
trailer. Okay.
All 6 minutes of it.
I didn't watch it yet.
I-
Good in that too.
I really want him to do other serious stuff. I actually think that Adam Sandler is a funny guy, but I don't like his movies. Like when I see him on SNL or something like that, he makes me laugh. His HBO concert special from the 90s is still one of my favorite funny things ever. But I don't like his comedies, his movies. I just don't like them. So I would love to see him take the Robin Williams direction. Except the killing yourself part.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, let's not do
Yeah,
that
As
part.
much as I didn't like the past 20 years of your career, if you turned it around,
The last 20?
I'd be right there in front.
Now he needs to have some real balls and do a 1 hour photo and just be a flat out villain.
Oh,
I
that'd
would
be great,
love to
dude.
see
I
something
mean,
like
kind
that.
of was in this one.
Yeah, but I mean,
But no, I know what you
Just
mean.
fun-
I know.
He was his own villain.
yeah, right. He was just self destructive. All right, best picture.
This is the last
It's
one.
the last one. Ford versus Ferrari. Liked it, but it doesn't belong on this list.
Correct.
The Irishman,
Doesn't need to be on this list.
Jojo
Sorry.
Rabbit, Joker,
Oh, Joker needs to be on.
Little Women, A Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
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 Wow,
I got
wow.
it.
Parasite.
Zach's
But
going
yeah.
Parasite.
So many. For one, they didn't max
You
out the
marked
10.
them
It's
for-
not.
For Once Upon a Time. How could you?
Parasite.
Oh, yep.
There you go.
For one, they didn't max out the 10. They only went up to 9. And of those, plenty of movies not as good as Uncut Gems.
exactly.
Plenty of movies
Yeah.
not as good as.
I mean, they could have added
Go
Uncut
ahead and mark
Gems.
me down for Parasite.
You're going
I'm
Parasite, also?
I'm going to be
Nathan's
Parasite.
going for Parasite. Now, my only other secondary pick would be 1917.
I'm going to be contrary and go 1917.
That would be my secondary pick for
Won the Golden Globe.
Probably what
Right.
they would. But
Oh,
So that's it.
All right.
that's the picks.
no other film this year. No.
I mean, I was going to talk about snubs at this point in the show, but you actually hit my snubs. Apollo 11 and The Farewell and Uncut Gems. Those are my...
Midsommar nominated for Best Picture.
So, okay, I love
Best
Midsommar.
costuming, come on.
I love
Come on,
Midsommar.
best
No, heck no. It's a bunch of robes.
Best Bear.
That's
Best
true.
Bear.
Best Bear.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is not the 48-hour film festival where we make up awards so we can give a certificate. I love Midsommar, but it's divisive.
I think Best Actress would have been fine.
You need to see the director's cut. That theatrical cut is not the same movie.
Well,
Is the.
I am
do you
subs-
know if the one that's on Amazon now? Because it's on
It's
Amazon
theatrical.
Prime.
it's the only place to get the
That-
director's cut is Apple TV. They made an
Or is
exclusive
it
deal.
iTunes, Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Okay, because
Yeah.
Sweet, so I can watch it.
Yeah.
My
Same,
iPad.
same.
'Cause the,
I'm signed up for Apple TV also.
seeing the theatrical cut, it was like, whoa, there was a good scene there. That was important to the plot. You cut that. What the heck? Like it's
I
like
mean-
6 minutes of like. It's not arguing.
I wanna-
but it's
I wanna
like,
see it
This
now.
is the end of X relationship. So when other
No.
things happen,
Well,
it's
don't
like,
spoil the scenes because I'm
Don't
going to watch
spoil
it.
it, 'cause
Yeah.
we're gonna watch it.
It's like
We should get together here and watch
oh,
it.
Man,
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Drastic
We'll-
difference.
well,
It was like, holy.
Let me know what
shit.
you guys' February schedule is and we'll plan it. What we should do is watch Midsommar and Climax together.
This Sunday?
Hell yeah.
That's what we should do.
I might have to clean up from GOP.
Here's the theme for those movies. Drugs are bad, kids.
Drugs are bad.
We'll do it in February.
Yeah, just tell me when. My Sunday schedule is pretty light in February.
Yeah.
So whatever. So yeah, Midsommar is divisive though. It's not for everybody. Some people really hate it. So I'm fine with that one. But The Farewell, who could not appreciate how good that movie is? Even Uncut Gems, I think there's people who can't appreciate that movie because it's too tense. It's too anxiety.
That, but it's still, you cannot deny how good of a performance Adam Sandler did in that movie.
I agree.
Like everything, I can see a pass for everything else except for best actor.
I mean, I would even argue for the sound in that movie, the mix.
Yeah.
The sound mix. Because it made me angry at the beginning, and then once I realized what they were doing, I just got tensed up over it.
I think if I were the nod for the score, because I love the score of that movie.
The score was so precisely out of place.
Yes, it was so specific what that movie needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. But of all of them, The Farewell not being in there, how do you not appreciate that movie? It's a family film. It's so inoffensive. It's the kind of movie that normally would be up for a bunch of awards and I would be mad at it. But this one's so good.
So are you having an Oscar viewing party here?
We certainly could do that.
I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
Do we want to do a theme and have some food and stuff?
Heck yeah!
All right.
Popcorn and
All right.
martinis.
You've got a popcorn maker.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
The only other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of a you suck, because it looked just like pure Oscar bait.
Yeah.
Hidden
The
Life.
Goldfinch?
No, a Hidden Life.
Oh, yeah.
This sucked. Do you want to tell your story? You haven't told the story.
We have a story.
Okay, so we had family in town.
Yeah.
Hector's son was in town.
Yeah.
And the thing about Hector Jr., and he played film ball with us, he loves movies as much as we do. He, every week is like us going. He and I talk on Sunday in text about what we saw over the weekend because he's as much into it as me. He's like, dude, I really want to see a couple of movies while I'm in town. Or is it cool to go? I'm like, yeah. So we went and saw Little Women, which none of us really liked that much. I mean, it was fine.
Fine movie, but it's
it
not
was
your
fine,
thing,
and I was happy to see a film print in a theater.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have sucked, and I still would have. It could have sucked, and I still would have been like, well, at least it wasn't Knife Plus Heart. Yeah.
And
So he's like, we had some downtime, and he's like, man, you guys got that German movie. We're not getting that in L.A., which is true. They didn't get it. We got it.
what?
And when I'm talking to him, this happens all the time. We get a lot of movies that they don't get in L.A., or we'll get them way before they do. And this is my feeling on that, is when they release a movie early, especially if it's limited release, do you release it in an area where there's a diverse population but not film industry people, or you release it in the heart of film industry where every other camera operator is judging everything you do? Which one are you more likely to come out with balanced reviews and word of mouth? I feel like it's aggressive, and they don't. That's why they do it that way. That's what I think. But yeah, it happens all the time. So he was like, "Can we go see it?" And Zach and I had seen a trailer for this film, and we're watching the trailer, and we're like, "Oh my God, Terrence Malick!
Terrence Malick at it again with his wide-angle lenses and 3.5-hour runtime.
Nothing but landscape shots and bullshit, right?
Whisper vision.
Yeah. So I had marked it out of my mind so much so that I'd forgotten the name of it. So he's like, "Can we go see this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Screw it. It's Belcourt. I want to show him the art house theater." Mm-hmm. We go. We sit down. The trailers. I'm good. And I'm literally eating popcorn. And Terrence Malick's name comes up across the and I'm like, and quietly under my breath, I dropped my popcorn and went, "Fuck me." What have I done? Oh.
3 hours.
3 hours later, in 3 trips to the bathroom because who cares? Man. Nothing's happening. I will say it is on the better side of Terrence Malick. It wasn't, Thin Red Line bad, but it's still, I could have watched 2 other good movies in the time I sat in the Belcourt in those uncomfortable seats.
Yeah.
The 1925 hall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
That story is It's always fun.
Oh God!
It's like walking into a bear trap. You don't know it.
It's legit. I sat there during the rest of the whole opening credits after his name came up, and it came up. It's almost like it was
Terrence Malick film, right?
Yeah, and it was like it was speaking to me because those credits, like on the screen, were this tall, and I could see his name clear as bell. You know, and I can't read most of the credits a lot of times. I saw it, and I sat there during the rest of the credits going, "What have I done to myself right now?" Oh, I mean,
You at least deserve an award for sitting through it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, honestly, though, the subject matter of the story is about a guy who...
he resists Nazi occupation, right?
Yeah, but most of the time when you see those kind of stories, it's somebody who is like a Jewish person or, somebody who's not military. Mm. But he was in the military and refused to fight. So it was a different approach to that story, and that part felt cool and fresh to me. And those sequences where there was actual story happening were pretty good. But those 15-minute long shots of just dudes walking, or landscape, or cityscape, because there was cityscape.
Just keep whispering.
It was killer, man.
It was a Terrence Malick film.
It was a Terrence Malick film.
All the trailers and everything looked like, oh God, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Nominated for Best Picture and Best Director, and it's going to be one of
those
movies.
Yeah.
No nomination!
Yep.
Those
None.
trailers made me want to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Those were just the trailers.
It's very like, was it
Has
ASMR, just like, oh, this is nice, it's soothing. I feel like...
So has anyone here actually seen The Tree of Life?
No.
Ugh.
I remember renting it, like we were going to go see it and we didn't get to see it, and we finally rented it, and we were like 30, 40 minutes in, and we're like, you want to just skip this next scene just to see if it picks up? And we skipped like an hour of the film and
Nothing happens.
Plot.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't get me wrong, almost every single frame of that movie you could exhibit on a wall. Like,
I just wish he would stop making films and be a photographer.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There is no plot, and that movie's 2.5 hours long.
The only
I've never finished
PWP I enjoy is in my porn.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
That's a whole different thing.
It's really special.
All right.
It is special though when you're watching your porn. You're like, oh, they got a rack focus in there.
Yeah, they racked. Yeah, they racked from the penis to the boobs.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
That's some nice lighting.
That's pretty good night. Yeah.
It's like Edward Norton for Birdman.
I mean, it actually is pretty nice when you can tell someone it's like, oh, they got a 35mm lens on here. All right.
Yeah, I don't think about that. Yeah.
It's rare you see it though. It's
Right.
It's not something you notice until it's like suddenly, bam.
There it is.
It's like, oh, this is.
Yep.
That was a very nice
look.
snap,
That was
by the way.
pretty good. So, are there any snubs that you guys had that we didn't touch upon?
That was it.
No,
They're
that
like,
was it.
Uncut
Yeah.
Gems was my snub.
Uncut Gems and The
Hail
Farewell
Satan.
and Apollo 11.
24 in general. Just their whole release is. And apparently, it's, from what I've been told, it's like they didn't suck up to the Oscars. And it's like, well, you get one nomination.
Well, and I feel like when they won Lady Bird, I don't think they expected it, even then.
Well, they won. They got nominated for Lady Bird.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. The fact that they were even...
They won for Moonlight.
Yeah. But do you think they even expected it with Lady Bird?
Well,
I love that movie. It was my favorite of the year. But it didn't feel... It felt like a...
It wasn't an Oscar movie.
Yeah, it felt like that awesome indie movie that's better than everything else you saw, but not nominated for anything. Kind of like Uncut Gems. No, I know it got a nomination.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is, do you feel like they actually expected it? Because I don't.
no, and then, the only reason people remember Moonlight is because La La Land. And
Yeah.
the whole debacle of, oh, oops, it was the wrong card.
Right.
It's the only reason people remember that movie now.
Yeah. All right, well, let's bring this thing to an end. Unless you guys have anything else.
That's it.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so Nico, where do we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Nico Scream, mostly talking about D&D stuff and foods.
That's two good conversation
Yep.
topics.
You can find me at Novinity Avalon on Instagram. Also, Cheddar Popper on Twitter and Instagram. ChedrPoppr. That's where I post most of my little small blurbs of books that I've been reading. Right now, I am reading Daisy Jones and the Six.
Nice.
You can find me on Instagram. I'm Master of the Mixture 71. You can find me on Twitch and Steam as a Dangerous Mute Lunatic. And there's only 2 months left till Doom Eternal.
And you can find him cheating at Monopoly.
That's not. I didn't cheat. I was given an opportunity, and someone said yes to
And
an
Steven?
awful proposal.
And you can find me at All Things Culture Smash, mostly Culture Smash TV on Facebook, and Off the Shelf Movie Night on Instagram and YouTube. I went through my entire Blu-ray collection on there across 5 videos. So if you want to know what I got, you can see it. It's all up there. And I'm going to be continuing to do the Pushing 100, even though I'm going to be a month behind. To see 100 films this year. I'm doing this.
Right?
We're into February, and I've seen 2 films. So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
A lot of work to do. A lot of work to
It's
do.
not like when going into it, you're like, this isn't going to be that hard. And then you get behind, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, this
It's
foot
gonna be
surgery
rough.
thing has been kind of bad for
All right.
my plan. But I'm going to continue.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.